Hey everybody, this is I'm Zeke, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Cobra Darkspeed Max Driver, the most forgiving version. I've done the QI10 Max, I've done the Max 10K from Ping and TaylorMade, and now I'm doing Cobra's version. I have never hit a Cobra golf club in my life. This is the first experience that I have ever had with these clubs, and I'm going to tell you, I like them. But before I do the review, let's take a look at a video of me hitting with the club. So that's the Cobra Darkspeed Max. There we go.
Did that feel pretty good?
Yeah. There we go. That felt good. Note to self, don't wear a Whoopee hoodie. It gets hot.
Oh, yeah. Harder to swing right, too.
It is kind of, although it's helping me keep my arms together.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I can feel it better.
Yeah.
Because I have a horrible thing where I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I'm like,
That was the wrong one.
ooh, 98 club speed.
There should be. Here, use this one.
201 and 230. But it is forgiving because I just towed that and it went straight.
You know what I like about where
It's another
the
99
setting
club
is?
speed. Remember, this is a review from a mid to high handicapper. A review from a mid to high handicapper's perspective. I am not great at golf, but I do want to give you what I think about a club from my perspective. This is not a be all end all. You got to try it out yourself. Please like, comment, share, but big time comment. The reason I want comments on reviews is if you do this too, comment this. I go to reviews of clubs or anything that I buy in the world that I review on or I want a review on from YouTube. I look at the comments because a lot of times people will say things in the comments that might sway me away from what the reviewer said about the club. So definitely comment below. Have you used the Cobra? Have you used the Darkspeed? Have you used the Darkspeed Match? Do you have Max? Max, not Match. Max, do you have it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Did you sell it? Whatever. Just make a comment below. I want this to be a living, moving, breathing review. So whatever you comment helps the people that come and look to see if they like this club or not. What does the Cobra website say about the Darkspeed technology? It's a groundbreaking aerodynamic shaping. It was designed by aerospace engineers to increase your club head speed, which, let's face it, a lot of these club manufacturers have great engineers and they're all doing the same thing. But it did feel like I was getting a little bit better club head speed with this Darkspeed Max than other clubs that I've reviewed so far. And I'm just going to read this part off because it's a lot. I just tried to memorize it. I didn't do a good job, so I'm just going to read it to you while I put a picture up. It has dynamic speed. It's a 10% larger power shell, which they forgot the O and the E in PowerShell, but okay. L-cup face creates a more robust distance, while an updated hot face design delivers more efficient speed and spin across the club face. Then it has this little power bridge inside. Here's a picture of it. It's a little silver bar underneath. And what that does, it's supposed to give you faster ball speeds and less spin. What I found when I talk about that in performance, there was a lot less spin. I was substantially below 3,000, which is the number you're trying to get below. Basically, where that power bridge, I think it's just a weight, is and placed in the club head, it's supposed to transfer that power a little bit better. All right, so let's start with looks. Out of the 3 drivers I've now reviewed, the Cobra Darkspeed kills it. I've said it before in other videos, both with the QI10 and the Ping. I love the carbon fiber look. It is just a cool, sleek looking, stealthy looking vibe. Everything is blacked out on this, probably part of the name Darkspeed. This has the red accents instead of blue. I like the blue a little bit better, but I didn't test that club. So the red is pretty slick. I'm usually not a fan of red either, but this looks cool. It almost has a vampire club look to it. So it has a weight in the back that is not movable left to right like on the SFT driver, on the AI Smoke. A lot of drivers that have a movable weight. It has a removable and adjustable weight. It's in the same position. Then there is a weight in the heel of the club. And the movement of all these weights can help fine tune that draw adjustment, that draw bias of the club. I didn't mess with the weights. I just stuck with it stock, the demo driver. I don't know what the adjustment would feel like if I adjusted the weights. So supposedly if you adjust the weight to the back, you get more forgiveness. If you adjust it to the heel, you get more accuracy. For someone like my swing, I want the forgiveness. A lot of forgiveness. The face of the club, it's not ugly, but it's nothing special. It's going to take a lot for me to not like the carbon face that's in the QI10. That's probably my favorite looking face when it comes to looks in a driver. Let's talk about the sound. Sound is great. It's an odd thing, you know, when you are just playing golf, you know, occasionally, once a month, once a quarter, once a year, you don't really notice the sound of different clubs. You don't really get into it. But as you really get into it, and I'm doing more and more of these reviews, and I'm hitting more and more different clubs, there's a sound difference in each one. It's very distinctive, the Cobra is, but it's not anything that's like, ooh, I'd rather buy this one because the sound is wonderful. No, it's just it's a distinctive sound. I would equate it something to a more metallic version of that QI10, that muffled carbon sound, but this is more metallic, if that makes any sense at all. The Ping has a very distinctive sound that is more metallic, but it doesn't have that muffled. It's a good whack. This one's kind of a sweet spot between the Ping Max 10K and that TaylorMade QI10 Max. So sound, great. I liked it. As far as the performance goes, I hit more bombs with this club that were straight, but I was the least consistent of those three drivers we're talking about. We're talking about this battle of the maxes. Ooh, that might be a good video. But we're talking about the QI10 TaylorMade Max, the Ping Max 10K, G430, and now the Darkspeed Max by Cobra. I was not as consistent as the other two clubs with this one, but I hit it a lot farther a few times with this one. And the club head speed, that was an odd thing. My club head speed with this was super fast. There was a few of them that were like 105 to 110, which typically I'm like 95 to 101, 102. So I was really swinging this thing super fast. Maybe that's why the consistency wasn't there. I know I had to learn to dial back my swing because I was swinging too fast, and that's why a lot of my slice issues were happening. And I even tried to dial back my swing with this, and I still was getting, 95 to 100, thinking I was swinging it super slow. So club head speed, if you are just needing something where you can get more club head speed, this driver is the one for you. I will give that to them 100% hands down. Consistency for me, for my swing speed was not there. Even though I did hit longer bombs, I hit my first straight drive over 290 with this club, hitting it at Memphis Golf. So is it something where I would take a risk of not being as consistent, playing more golf for the chance that I might hit a 300-yard bomb straight as an arrow? For me, not so much, because I want to play more golf. I think if you're wanting to play a lot more golf, or you're already playing a lot more golf, you should go with what's consistent for you. This may be more consistent for you, but for me, it was not. So that's kind of a choice of what you should make looking at this thing. I would definitely try it out. The feel definitely felt like I could swing it a little bit faster. I did not feel like I had as much control over it than the other two drivers I've reviewed so far. And if I've reviewed more, when you watch this video, it was the QI10 Max and the Ping G430 Max 10K. Sorry. So now the big question that a lot of people have with every club they buy, you should have this question with anything you buy, but the price. Is it worth the price? This club, MSRP right now, Okay, this is November of 2024. I know when it came out, it was like $549. It's not that anymore. You can get this club for $399. Price wise, it beats both other clubs right out the door. So, would I recommend this club? Yes. Will I switch to this club? Probably not. The consistency again. I'm more consistent with my driver. And you might be asking, okay, you've now reviewed 3 drivers. If you find a driver that's more consistent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, will you buy it and switch out? I'm trying to be frugal here, people. So no, not unless I can sell my driver outright and have enough to buy the next driver, which I might be able to do with this one, but I was not as consistent with it. I would recommend this driver 100%. The price wise, you can't beat that price. If I had to put all these head to head in a competition where I haven't bought one yet, I might put this one above the TaylorMade just because of the price. That's my review on the Cobra Darkspeed Max. My first experience ever with a Cobra club outside of just picking them up at a golf shop. This is the first time I've ever swung one. This is the first time I've ever hit with one. I was thoroughly impressed. There is not a thing wrong with this thing. For my swing, the consistency is my swing. It's not your swing. It's not anybody else's swing. I'm just telling you from my crappy golfer perspective. If I could get more consistency out of it, which could very easily come from a lot of practice with it, I've had practice with the other club. So if that was something, would I buy it? Heck yeah, I would absolutely buy it. Looks wise, feel wise, performance wise, price wise. It kind of hits them all right on the top. The only thing that I was kind of meh about was the club face. That's it. It was just kind of, okay, looks like a typical metal club face. But it hit great when I hit it great, which is not that often here lately. Thank you for watching. And remember, just keep swinging. See you guys.